So I'm going to look just now at something I couldn't look at in the previous tutorials that I was doing, and that's kind of enhancing the colour of the eye. Now again, as with all my other tutorials, these techniques have been picked up elsewhere. Again, my favourite being the likes of Calvin Hollywood, so check him out. Very brilliant at what he does. I believe from memory this is one of his techniques as well. Why? Because again, he's just brilliant. I love what he does. So it's actually quite simple what you do. The first thing we need to do is mask off the blue area. So I'm going to show you one using blue and one using a brown eye, so at least you can see how the technique works on two different eye colours. So as you see, we're starting with blue, or a grey blue. So I'm going to select a brush first. I want to change my brush to about 30% hardness. And I want to click on here because I'm going to select a mask, although I want to do it on this one. Make sure you've always got your bottom background selected for this, otherwise it won't work. And all I'm going to do is just paint as best I can around the pupil, or the coloured part of the pupil of the eye. Not perfect, but it won't matter. And we'll come out of that so we can see our selected area. We go into adjustments, and I believe is it control, and we want to do selective color, so it opens it up like this for you. And the mode that we're going to use is linear dodge add. How I always remember it is because it's the only one with add against it. And we will OK that. So let's go back to layers, and I want to drag that to the top. So double click, show you again. On it you want to double click on this part of the box, change it to neutrals. We'll take cyan up, we will take the yellows down, and if we wanted to we could mess with the blacks just to darken it a little bit. So go back to your layer. Now it looks a bit unnatural, so we'll turn the opacity down. And the best way to do it is to look at your image as a whole when you're doing this and turn it down. But you can see there we've gone from a grey to a nice blue. So let's look at the next one. We have an image with brown eyes. So again, we'll select the bottom background. We will go to our mask area, and we will quickly paint the brown areas to the best of our ability. You'll notice that I'm not being very neat with this, I'm being very quick, and yet it still turns out brilliantly. I don't have the steadiest of hands with the mouse is the problem. But selected most of the area, which is what we want. So again, into adjustments, hold down your Alt button and click on the selective color and change it to linear dodge add, and we will OK that, and we'll take that up to the top, and we'll double click again on that part, change it to neutrals, and this time we'll take the cyan up, the yellows up, and the blacks most definitely up. Back to our layer and take the opacity down to about 50%. Let's try that. So again, before and after, and it just adds a bit of color to that, and you just mess with the opacity as you need to.